Hi, this is Tim from Tiger Astronomy. This is a quick demo of using the ASCOM SettingsProvider in action, and hopefully this will demonstrate why I prefer to manage my settings that way. And so here we have one of my telescope drivers, and as you can see from the highlighted line, I've just added a new feature which is actually speech narration. So I find that to be quite useful when you're in the observatory on your own. It can be quite lonely, and it's really quite comforting to have the system chatting away to you and letting you know what's going on. Now, some people are going to find it annoying, so we really need to be able to turn the feature off, so we need a setting to do that. So how hard is that going to be? I've used the settings provider, so it's going to be really simple. So if we look at the form, the setup dialog for this driver, the first thing we need to do is open the setup dialog, and here it is. And I think I want to put the option just beneath the COM port setting here, so I'm just going to remove or decrease the size of that box, and we'll open up the toolbox and pin it. And then we'll get a container. We want a group box, so we'll pop that in there, just butting up to that one, and size it down a little bit and make it the same width as the one above. There we go. And want to call that speech group. Lovely. And I want the box title to be speech. And then I want to put a checkbox in here, so that's under common controls, checkbox, and then we'll put that in there. We'll call it what should we call it? Speech enabled, or I'll just call it speech narration. There we go, speech narration. And the text for the box will be enable speech narration. There we go. And default, I want the default to be on, but we'll do that in a moment. I'm going to bind the checkbox to a setting now, and we go into application settings, checked, and we pull that down, and my color scheme really makes this hard to see, but that little link there says new, and I'm clicking that because I don't have a setting for this yet. So here I'm going to set the default to true, and I'm going to call it AWR enable speech enabled, just like that, speech enabled, and it's a user setting because I want the user to be able to edit it. Okay, and we're done. Ooh, what happened there? Okay. Okay, so now I need to use that setting. I don't need to worry about saving it or type conversions or anything. That's all completely automatic using the ASCOM SettingsProvider. So all I need to do now is turn it on and off, and I can most easily do that in the composition route for my driver, which is, you know, the composition route decides which objects to use and how to put them together. And here I'm by default using the speech layer. So what I can do here, I can just say if not, settings.default.awr speech, it's not showing up, it was capital, isn't it? AWR It's not there. Let's check the settings file. That will be under properties. Properties, settings. This may be because I haven't actually saved the form yet. So sort by name, AWR, yeah, it's not there yet, so it looks like if I hit save all, and that's building. You can't see that because it's happening on my other screen, and I have an error. Okay, right. There it is, it's there now. I had to save the form apparently. AWR speech enabled. So if that's not enabled, then I'm going to simply return my device layer without speech. If the speech is enabled, it will come down here, create a new speaking device layer which wraps the device, and then I return that instead. So that's it. Job done. Hope you found that useful. That's the settings provider makes it really easy to add settings. Just as you can see, there's literally no work to it at all, and I recommend using it for that reason. This is Tim from Tiger Astronomy. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.